are trying to apply technology in different sectors. In this case, the project is how do we apply a geoinformation system to facilitate planning in the energy and agriculture sector in Madagascar. And so the whole idea is to put energy at the center of rural transformation. We supported the government working together with the World Food Program to use geoinformation system to identify locations to scale up the generation of renewable energy in the country. Rural areas of Madagascar have a serious challenge of lack of electricity, and so this is affecting the way the rural communities basically live their life. They're essentially farmers. They can't add value to their crops because of lack of electricity. The kids cannot study optimally because they don't have light in the night. There's a problem of water. They have to walk for long distances to fetch water. Healthcare is also a challenge because of lack of electricity. It is a challenge to store medicine. And so the whole idea of this project was to develop solar energy to serve as the basis of development in rural communities. And so WFP had 4 pilot projects in 4 different locations where solar electricity is generated, and it is used to help the farmers to add value to their products. It is used by the kids to study at night. So the challenge was, how do you scale up these pilot projects in an objective way? And that's how we come in with the use of technology, geospatial information system, to identify locations within the country to objectively locate this project. And as a result of this project, they're now scaling up these pilot projects to 27 different sites. So you could identify the locations, good and fine, but if the regulatory environment of the country is not attractive to the private sector, then no one would go and invest there. And so we work with Madagascar, again in collaboration with WFP, to review the regulatory environment for electricity sector in the country, basically meaning how open is the sector? Do they have a strategy? Do they have plans? How attractive is the sector to the private sector? Do they have incentives for the private sector? How ready is this country in terms of the grid? If the private sector generates electricity, can this be channeled through the grid? And so we identify the gaps and come up with recommendations to close these gaps. So we did 2 things: identify locations to generate renewable energy, but also come up with recommendations to attract private sector investment.